that's why I have to use this language, you understand? So that's kind of what I want you to understand about the book. This comic book is very dark, but I want to talk a little bit about the light and how I came out of that. So I drove to Texas when I was like 16 because my friend was on the run, and we thought it was a good idea to go to Texas. And when I was down in Texas, a lot of good ideas back then. When I was down in Texas, my mother had an overdose, and she was in the hospital. And I came very quickly up to see her in Philadelphia. And when I was in the hospital with my mom, we had our first real talk that we had in a really long time. And when I was there, she told me things like, she said, you have to go to school. Education is your passport to the future. That's one thing I understood. Education is your passport to the future. And I remember telling her, like, Mom, I would go to school or whatever, but no schools would take me. I got kicked out of FL, no schools would take me. And my mom said, well, if I found a school that would take you, would you go? And like, she's in the hospital, she's got the tubes and everything, and the machines going on, so what am I gonna say? You know what I mean? Of course I'm gonna say yes. So I'm like, yeah, if anything, Mom, because she was in that situation, but I wasn't really keen on it. School up to that point had been rote memorization and regurgitation. It hadn't really been fulfilling and stimulating, hadn't been critical analysis or any kind of critical thinking. So anyway, I told her, yeah, I would go to a school. And the schools that I went to in the past, they looked like factories, warehouses, prisons, jails. That's what these schools look like in Philly. I was definitely a part of the school to prison pipeline. And I had seen what that looked like. And the school that my mom found for me, because a couple weeks later, she got out of the hospital, she said, I found a school for you. I was like, all right, cool. She's like, it's an alternative school, gotta warn you. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So, find this alternative school. Now, this school doesn't look like a prison, doesn't look like a factory, it looks like a gingerbread house, basically. So, I come up to the gingerbread house, and so looking at the kids that are walking in, and they're like the weirdest group of kids I've ever seen, just super eccentric. I don't even know how to describe some of these, individuals. One kid was banging his head against the wall, for example, and he was using his own blood to make a paint. So it was like on another. It was like that movie, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but like the kid version.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what that was. So anyway, I get in there and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this for my mom. And I'm in the class, and I'm in this one class, English class, and this teacher, I remember, she puts blank pieces of paper in front of all the students, right? This is like a couple weeks in. And I don't do it, of course. Up until this point, I wasn't doing schoolwork, and I wasn't used to doing schoolwork, and I basically didn't do what authorities told me to do. So I wasn't doing any schoolwork. And I was just sitting there, and she comes over to me, and she's like, write. Because all the rest of the class, they're writing. Everybody's scribbling fast like reporters at a press conference or something like that. I'm just sitting there. And so she comes over to me, she's like, write. And I'm like, what do you want me to write? She's like, write anything you want. And I'm looking at her crazy, right? Because I don't believe her. People always say things like, tell me how you feel. But then when you tell them how you really feel, it's kind of a problem, right? No one really wants to know how you really feel. How